Hey, Jim Parquet here with VPX Baseball, and today I'm going to talk to you about commanding the inside portion of the plate. As a former Major League pitcher, that's how I made my money. Basically, to command that inside portion of the plate to make my fastball look a lot harder, because ultimately speaking, when you get into the next level of the game, you're going to deal in perspective velocity, because everything we do here at VPX Baseball is geared towards getting you to the big leagues, right? Ultimately speaking, most of us are not going to ever get to the big leagues, but if we try to aspire to get to that point and do what the best in the game are doing, we're going to be better at any level that we're at, right? So the inside portion of the plate is very important for us pitchers, because perspective velocity is simple. A fastball that's 85 down the middle, and if it's outside, we'll go right-handed pitcher is like 83, 82 perspective speaking, and like 87, 89 inside. Now when we elevate, it goes even higher. When we go down lower, it goes lower, right? So your fastball that reads 85, 90, 75, whatever it is, you can turn that into a pitch that is, without trying to change or vary your speeds, into a harder fastball, slower fastball, especially when we get into breaking and off-speed pitches, right? But for today, we're going to talk about commanding that inside portion of the plate, because that does two things for us. One, it makes all of our pitches better and makes our fastball velocity, prospectively speaking, have higher quality. The second thing that it does is it tells the hitter that, hey, I've got this hard little pearl that potentially can hurt you, right? Intimidation factor keeps that hitter uncomfortable, because a comfortable hitter is a very dangerous hitter. I don't care how good or bad his swing is. If he's comfortable in there, confidence goes up, and he's going to take bitter hacks on you, and the ball potentially will go a lot further, right? So here's how we command the inside portion of the plate. The first thing that we do is we have to make sure that we understand what it takes to throw opposite arm side, right, for a lefty. If you're a righty, it would be outside, but we're still working off the same motor patterning, because righty on righty, we're going to command that inside with the same aspect here, right? So for me as a lefty, opposite arm side is going to be inside to a righty, okay? The first thing I have to do is understand that in order to get there, I have a longer arm stroke, meaning my release point for an outside pitch is going to be about right here. Inside pitch is going to be here, because I've got to reach more in order to make up that ground. How do I do that? Simple. Staying closed longer into foot strike, right? Now, in order to do that, I have to make sure that my leg kick is proper. You can check out that video on our YouTube channel here, and it'll talk to you about your leg kick that sets you up for a hip drive. I've got to drive with my hip, and I've got to stay coiled or loaded longer into my foot strike, because that gives my arm stroke more time in order to get out front more, right? So I'm going to bring you onto the back side here, and I'm going to show you how to really work building the command of opposite arm side, or for me, this inside portion of the plate, commanding this, right? So here's Sean here. Let me move him up. He's going to come halfway. I'm not loosened up right now, so about right there, Sean, okay? And you can have your guy up or down, whatever it is, but we're just going to start right here in this position. And when I start throwing, whatever, if you want to be this way, however you want to do it, you just start by making sure that we land closed with a good power tee right here. And then I'm going to try to hit that spot by coming here, okay? So I got behind that a little, right? So I'm going to get here, I'm going to stand on my backside. The reason why I got back behind it is because I went this way. So what I'm trying to do in this drill is make sure that I'm this way with everything. Okay? Again, right? Land, push, throw. Anytime the ball goes wide arm side, it's because we're getting open too early or top heavy, okay? So if I get wide, watch what happens. I'm going to get top heavy here, okay? You can see my arm flatten there, right? Now if I open too early, watch what happens. It's going to flatten my arm, okay? Now if I stay closed into it and I work directional, you can see the difference. Again, staying close and staying over my back hip into my foot strike. Okay? Now I'm a little warm, I'm gonna put them back. We'll fast forward all the way to the very end, and I'm gonna show you kind of how it is here, okay? So, in order to command, I gotta stay closed longer. So I'm gonna start by doing that, okay? I'm gonna work with driving my front hip into foot strike, not starting and then flying open. I'm gonna drive my front hip, which takes my back hip into foot strike, okay? All right, that had good plane, but it was down the middle. So what I do, we always make mistakes as pitchers. We rarely hit our spots more than, I think for a big league guy, it's about 60% of the time, right? But we work off that. I've got that motor patterning built in, so I know I gotta stay close longer or drive my lower half longer. I'm gonna do that here. That brought the ball where I need to go, okay? The next portion of this, well, let's do it again, okay? I'm gonna drive again longer. That obviously was not correct, right? So I got that motor patterning, drive it even longer. Okay? Now, are you seeing a difference down there?
Yeah, so this one that's over here, it looks to me, just watching that you're staying on the ball longer through the pitch. The one that ends up running back over here, it's almost like here and off.
Okay.
Versus me staying through it.
So that's Coach Ton. He's an NCAA baseball coach, right? So what Coach Ton is saying is simple, right? Here at VPX, what we do is we work on what actually produces down there, not here. Because we could do a bunch of different things and be all pretty or think that it works or believe in what somebody else is saying or what I'm saying. But if it doesn't actually correlate to what he's saying, where the hitter is actually seeing you on the pitch longer, which more velocity, more perspective velocity, as well as I can't see it early, right? Because he was saying when I didn't drive long, I was open so you can see everything, fastball, curveball, whatever, then we know that either it works or doesn't. So again, the idea is to think about working backwards. Whenever you train, and what we do is we train from the plate back. If the hitter cannot react as well, then we know it's working, right? If the hitter is reacting well, then we know something is wrong. So here, again, I'm gonna drive long, not hard, but longer into my foot strike, which what it's actually doing is it keeping the acceleration going so that I can stay closed, okay? Here we go. That's not correct, and this would be correct. Even though the ball's high, I'm driving longer, okay? Here's the next one. Making sure that I ride my back hip into the ground, into my foot strike, and I stay closed or connected with my chin and my front side. You don't have to necessarily be completely connected, but staying on that plane the entire time and not flying open so early, okay? So here's when I fly open early. Right? Got up on it too quickly, so to speak. I'm gonna fly open with my upper half too early. Now I could get it there, but I have to pull it there. We all know that's not a good pitch. As well as a lot of times I'm gonna leave it open face because I gotta do too much work. Ball gets back over the plate and gets hit out of the park. But if I stay closed longer with my top side to allow my arm stroke to get all the way over there, watch what happens. I exaggerated and you can see how much further it gets, right? Sorry about that, Tom. I'm gonna exaggerate it again for you, okay? I'm gonna stay closed longer. Okay? One more time. Stay closed with the upper half longer. Open with the upper half too early. Stay closed with the upper half. Now watch breaking pitches. Here's the opening up. Let me actually throw one that's low here, and I'm opened up. Now most people will be like, oh, that's a pretty good curveball. Terrible curveball to a good hitter because he saw it too early, he can adjust. Compared to if I stay closed and I drive longer. Okay? A lot sharper, less of this and more of this. Again, closed, longer, and drive longer. Okay? Fly open or drift. Fly open and drift. Stay closed, drive. You can obviously see them. Differences?
Yeah, so when you are early and open, that ball literally covers ground from right here to here. And so the hitter becomes a different pitch. But the ones you're staying closed on come out right, it doesn't even look like they're hitting outside the mound right there. They're coming right here in slot and then breaking. So they may end up in the same place, but they're getting there here instead of here.
Yeah.
So it's the same pitch.
So again, perspective is everything when you're hitting. If I can change your perspective or keep perspective the same and then the ball does this or does that, I'm going to be a more effective pitcher. So in review for you, you want to dominate the opposite arm side, command that inside portion of the plate. Really simple. Drive longer, stay close. I'm going to give you a fastball, breaking ball, so you can see how it's not fastball, breaking ball. It's fastball, breaking ball, okay? Fastball, drive. All right, I'm going to try to throw a strike on it. Close enough. Curveball. Another curveball. Now here's the right curveball. And an even better one. Good fastball. Opened up too early. And that would be how you command the inside portion and get your arm all the way across. Check out our other videos on our YouTube channel. We got a full line of products waiting for you at www.vilaprobaseball.com.